Very seldom do you find two stereos sold by two different manufacturers that are actually the exact same stereo, like the Kenwood DMX125BT and the JVC KW-M150BT. And when I say these two stereos are the exact same stereo, they're literally the exact same stereo. Both are very low cost digital media receivers with 6.8-inch capacitive touchscreens, shallow chassis, Bluetooth, and USB mirroring for Android devices. So they'll put capacitive on the lower level models? What about the mid-tier? The only differences between the two are their logos, manuals, and minor software variations. Besides those three things, from here on out, if I'm talking about any features on one stereo, they're the same features on the other stereo. Let's put the unboxings side by side, it'll blow your mind. Both stereos include a warranty card, instruction manual, this plastic thing that's function is a mystery to me, speaker harness, power and ground harness, hardware, radio removal tools, radio trim panel, external Bluetooth microphone, and identical double DIN stereos besides the manufacturer logos. The rear connections on both stereos include wiring harness, 2 sets of RCA preamp outputs for front and rear, backup camera, video output, RCA AV inputs, which we'll be using for mirroring later, radio antenna, single subwoofer preamp output, USB, external Bluetooth microphone input, and this is the first time that I've ever seen the parking brake extension already plugged into the rear of the stereo. Maybe some customers have no idea what the hell it is, so they had to hold people's hands. Both stereos also feature steering wheel control inputs, which is rare to see from both manufacturers. The rear connections of this stereo remind us of some Android Chinese head units, with the separate harnesses. First of all, how does this happen? Two stereos that are identical from different manufacturers. Well, Kenwood took over JVC about a decade ago, and now they're called JVC Kenwood. So they're basically the same manufacturer, disguised as two separate ones. It's like Lexus and Toyota. When you buy a Lexus, you're really buying a Toyota. Sorry to break the news to you Lexus owners, you're driving a Toyota. The software on both of these stereos is almost identical. Both radio tuners have 30 preset stations. Playing back music is simple via Bluetooth or USB connection. Bluetooth is completely wireless and offers music tags as well as hands-free calling. The USB connection charges your phone, plus offers higher quality audio and even album artwork in the iPod source. My only gripe is it takes a little over 10 seconds for the album artwork to load on each selected album. You can also be connected via USB to charge your phone and play music via Bluetooth. The coolest feature on these stereos applies only to Android users. You'll be able to mirror your Android device to both stereos using the JVC Mirroring OB app or the Kenwood Mirroring OB app. Both are available in the Google Play and App Stores. Once downloaded, connect your Android to either stereo via Bluetooth, then connect it via the USB inputs. Your device will display a couple prompts. Simply accept them all and you'll be mirrored. Make sure that the parking brake extension is grounded or bypassed. Don't worry, iPhone users, I can show you how to mirror as well. You'll just need a few adapters. Thanks to the RCA AV inputs, you'll be able to mirror your iPhone to either stereo. Use our QMV HDMI V2 in combination with the Lightning Digital AV adapter and HDMI cable. Links in the bio for all of those adapters and how-to videos. Using USB thumb drives, the stereos are compatible with MP3, WMA, AAC, WAV, and FLAC audio files. And for video, they play MPEG-1, MPEG-2, MPEG-4, H.264, and MKV files. I could not view JPEG images. When it comes to display customization, there is none. You're kinda just stuck with what they give you. They do let you assign your steering wheel control buttons. Both stereos have the same audio settings. The only way to see how identical these stereos are will be to test them. Let's see how close they actually are and run each test back to back. The first test we ran on both stereos was 2 channels driven at 4 ohms, 14.4 volts, 1 kilohertz. EQ flat. Our audio precision will generate our signal and measure distortion. At volume 36 on both, with the Kenwood, our HP-A903B audio analyzer picked up 19.18 watts RMS, 1% distortion, and 8.66 volts of output. We can swap between channels. Our AM-M1 read 13 watts, 8.67 volts on the Lumi, and we drew 4.35 amps of current. The JVC picked up about 19 watts RMS on the HP, 0.95% distortion, and 8.6 volts of output. Channel swap. Our AM-M1 read 13 watts. We got 8.63 volts on the Lumi, and we drew 4.33 amps of current. Going to 40 Hz, 2 channels driven, 4 ohms, 14.4 volts. Add volume 36 on both. With the Kenwood, our HP picked up 18.53 watts RMS, 0.9% distortion, and 8.42 volts of output. Channel swap. Our AM-M1 read 16 watts RMS, 8.53 volts on the Lumi, and we drew 4.43 amps of current. The JVC picked up about 18.28 watts RMS, 1% distortion, and 8.46 volts of output. Channel swap. Our AM-M1 read 13 watts. We got 8.48 volts on the Lumi, and we drew 4.41 amps of current. Next, we tested the RCA preamp outputs on the Kenwood at 1 kHz, full volume 40. We got 2.6 volts with 0.9% distortion. At 40 Hz, full volume 40, we got 2.6 volts with 0.9% distortion. On the JVC at 1 kHz, full volume 40, we got 2.7 volts with 0.6% distortion. At 40 Hz with volume 40, we got 2.7 volts with 0.56% distortion. Our final test was frequency response. We used our audio precision to run up each frequency. Let's run them both side by side. As you can clearly see, these stereos have only the most minute differences in audio performance and are clearly, again, the same stereo. But since they're the same stereo, which would you pick, the Kenwood or JVC? Let's see who your preference is. Be sure to go to qualitymobilevideo.com to get all of your car audio and video gear with us today. Links in the bio. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that like button. But if you hated it, click the dislike button. Join the conversation below and subscribe to our channel if you're new. Thanks for watching.